Hey everybody, welcome to today's live chat where we are going to talk about the oh so exciting topic of the new DJI firmware upgrade, simply because a lot of people have been talking about this when it was coming out. It came out last month, and hope you don't hear too much of that traffic noise. It is rush hour here and it's a little warm in the apartment, so got the window open, don't want to be too hot. So anyway, the firmware came out last month, and a lot of people were worried that, oh my gosh, I'm not going to be able to fly. It's going to, it's hindering me. It's just not. Basically, and I go both ways on this. I mean, one thing I do not appreciate the manufacturer saying when or what I can or cannot do with my drone. If I want to be an idiot and I want to fly somewhere stupid, I should kind of be able to. But then again, I see DJI's side, since the FAA's hands are kind of tied. And because of that, the DJI is stepping it up and saying, you know what, we're just going to make it so our drones don't fly in restricted areas. Which, I saw the video earlier today and I can't get a copy of it. I didn't grab it fast enough, of where there was some guy, who knows if it was in the U.S. or not, where he's literally flying. He's at 90 feet. He's just at near the end of a runway, and he's just watching planes at the same level of his drone going right by. Now, in a DJI drone, and it was a Mavic, but apparently it was not the U.S., or he got around the DJI firmware upgrade, and that is a possibility to do. So, like I said, I do go both ways, and I will be popping over to the chat here in just a second so everybody can see it. I do see we have some people watching, and I want to know, because I personally have not heard any stories except for one. I follow a lot of different groups, and I saw one guy say one thing about how he could not fly, even though he had his Part 107 and he had FAA waivers to be flying at that spot, and he had everything legally he needed to do to fly at that spot, except the DJI app would not let him. And apparently there is also a system you got to go through DJI to show DJI, hey, I have the access and the permission to fly here, so yeah, let me fly there. But quite honestly, isn't that just, don't we have enough stuff we have to do to fly legally in one spot? Like if we're close to an airport, you can get waivers for flying close to an airport. You can get waivers for flying near crowds, and all these different things, or flying at night. I don't know. I go both ways. So that's why this is an open conversation. And I'm going to go ahead over to the conversation, and we're just going to say, hey there, Brian, how are you? Glad you could join. And I want to know if anybody in this group or anybody watching this chat has had any kind of issue with the DJI firmware restricting them flying somewhere. Now, I have flown this far outside of the O'Hare airspace. It's probably more like about 30 or 40, maybe 100 feet. And I was on the edge of it, and it was on the outside, and I did not have a problem flying there. And I flew there just a few days ago. And it was for, if you saw the video on drones are not spying on you, that entire video, including the drone footage, was all shot right there within, just maybe 100 yards outside. I know the number keeps getting bigger. Roughly about 100 yards outside of O'Hare airspace. And it never ever gave me any kind of warning, and it obviously let me fly. I took off, blah, 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 and I've flown there many times. But I want to know if there's anybody out there in La La Land, out there in YouTube world, in the interwebs, that would like to share a story where they could not fly. Because I'm not seeing, like I said, I've only seen this one instance. And if it's only going to be one-offs, one out of 100,000 instances, then it's really not going to be a problem. However, I still do have a real issue with DJI telling me what I can and cannot do with their drone, although I totally understand it. It's just it's the exact same thing. If you ask me, it is the exact same thing as saying, hey, here's a car, but you can't go any more than 55 miles an hour because that's what we deem necessary. Trust me, if any of you guys lived through the 80s, you don't like that 55 mile an hour crap. That is horrible. Yeah, and please let me know. Give me some comments. Give me some love. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. We've got some people watching, so I would love to hear what you guys think about this, whether either you have a story, what your opinion is, should DJI be restricting? Now, here's another side of that. Autel, if they have the right, if they could do it, they could strike while the irons are hot and say, hey, we don't restrict anything. Come and buy our product. But I think they're too busy with their firmware and some other things right now, and their PR is a little bit slow and behind the game. But come on, guys, give me some what first, and give me some ideas, and let me know what your thoughts are, because this is a live stream where I want to hear from you guys. Please. Excuse me. I need one of those cough buttons. They have those in radio. They have, like, when you're going to cough, you hit the button. So really quick, what I will do, since we're waiting for some people to comment. Come on, Brian. I see you're there. Hi, Brian. You better have something. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you some quick footage of what I took the other day. This should be showing up in a video pretty soon. It's nothing too exciting, just a train there. And this is not, I was able to fly here without a problem. Obviously, I'm in a park. Well, it's not obvious, but I am in a park over near Chinatown in Chicago. And I am about 2 blocks from a police department. In fact, just on the other side of those trees is a police department. And, they don't bother me. And this is the second time I've flown there. And again, this is not really restricted airspace. I'm not too far away from Midway's airspace at this point. But again, I'm not really having any problems flying it. Now, I'm hoping you guys have something to say. Or maybe I don't think the chat's broken. I think you guys are just not partaking. That's okay. We shall survive. And just so you know, I also have some links in the YouTube description below that shows 3 articles that I used just to kind of look things up. And one of them said that this was that the firmware upgrade was not really, it was more of a non-issue than anything else. And like I said, I have not heard, and by you guys being quiet, or now once this video goes to the archives where it just becomes a standard video, we'll see if in the comments if anything actually comes up in that point. If you see this video after it's been recorded and you have a story you'd like to tell, please share it in the comments below. And during here, obviously, you can see the chat right here. See the, oops, can't, I got a point right. You see the chat right there. So there's a record of anybody who has anything to say. I would love to hear it, love to see it, love to know what. And Brian, come on, man, give me your opinion of this. Do you think DJI has the right to do that? I mean, they obviously have the technology to do that. Do you think it's right for them to do it? Do you see that people go to another manufacturer because DJI is kind of the big boy in town and nobody messes with them? And I hope somebody does. I'm looking for opinions. Give me something. This will be a very short live stream, which, it is what it is. I just got a notification on my phone saying that I'm live. Of course I am. I can see that. Let's see here. What are some other? And if you have nothing to say about this, I'm kind of shocked, because a lot of people that I have heard, at least in these groups, they're very, very boisterous on, oh my God, they shouldn't be doing this. It's against the rule. They shouldn't. Blah blah blah. But then, like me, they have a DJI and they go fly it. Yeah, I don't like the rules, but I also like their drones. If someone else came out with a good or better or equal to drone for roughly the same price that was just as reliable and everything else, yeah, I'd jump ship, just because of the way DJI is. No comments from the peanut gallery. This is going to be a short video again. It looks like it. No, Brian? You say hi, then you leave me? I wonder if there's problems somewhere. I don't think there are. I think YouTube's got their thing. I think you guys are just being very, very quiet. You want to see what I have to say, and I've kind of said it. I think that they shouldn't be able to do that, or they shouldn't do that, but they do. I'm not too thrilled about it, but like I said, I still fly my DJI, and I haven't had any problems. Now, I'm half tempted to just take it out in my backyard here. It's like not really a real backyard in my apartment, and just fire up the drone and see if it would allow me to fly because of my close proximity to O'Hare. and I would just be curious. And maybe I will do that. And since no one's really talking about that, let's just talk a little bit about the channel. The reason you don't see a regular schedule right now is because I have gotten really, really busy, which is a good thing. In fact, I almost was not able to pull this off today because I really wanted to do something. I had very little time to research. I only had about an hour and a half. And what I want to do with this channel is I want this channel to grow, but it's very hard for me because I get very, very busy. In fact, tomorrow, I'm really looking forward to this. Tomorrow, I get to go fly with one of the top 4 drone companies in Chicago that's doing a promo video for Navy Pier or somebody. I don't know the actual customer. I really don't. All I know is that I'm part of the crew. I don't know if I will be flying. I'm one of the pilots that are going to be there. I may be doing camera. I may just be there for looky-loo to learn the ropes of how he does business. And hopefully this turns into a long, good relationship. And if you're watching, you know who you are. I look forward to working with you tomorrow. And it should be a fun day. Navy Pier, not my favorite place to be on a busy Saturday summer weekend. But, someone's paying me to be there, I'm going to be there. That's how I am. So that's one of the things I'm doing. So I'm getting really, really busy. I'm also, I want to grow this channel. I'm trying to grow this channel. It is growing. It's going relatively well. I'd like to go a little faster, but hey, that's what it is. I'm going to start doing some giveaways. I actually got something I'm going to do. I got an accessory for drones, for pretty much any drone. And I'm not going to show you what it is. It's sitting right here on my desk. It's like right underneath the camera, right there. So it's not that big, if you could see it like that. But I bought one for me, and I'm going to have one to give away. I'm probably going to do a video on that next week. And that one will be it might be a live stream. Maybe I'll give it away on a live stream. That could be fun. And, of course, if nobody shows up for the live stream, that could be interesting. Anyway, so I'm going to be doing that, and I want to do some more stuff. But again, it's really, really hard. I'm trying to decide whether I want to do something like a Patreon, because I really do like doing YouTube a whole lot. But I really like flying drones, and I want to work with this company that I'm working with tomorrow. I want to work with them a lot, too. I would like to make it so it's YouTube and them, and that's it. Right now, I'm doing a lot of editing for other people. I'm just doing a lot of other things for other people, which is good because that helps pay the bills. But I would like to focus more on drones, and that's what I want to do. So that's my goal. I want to focus that way. But because of the drones, it's gotten me into a lot of editing work and some other flying work, so that's always a good thing. You know, I do run this media company that is editing, doing I would do a live stream for someone else. Obviously, it would not be in my apartment. It would be different. What company am I working with? I'm not going to mention that at this point because I do not know if I can tell you that, Brian. And that's okay if you had to step away for a minute. I can't. That's, if the owner of the company is in there and he wants to mention it, he can mention it. But I don't have a hush order, but I don't mention companies unless I have to. But he is a member of a couple of the groups. Oh, what am I going to do for them? Well, see, that's where it's a hair unclear. I'm one of the Part 107, so I'm there because I'm a Part 107. And number 2, visual observer. I might fly, and I might be a camera operator on their Inspire. So I imagine I won't be flying because they have pilots that have a lot more experience than I do. I might be doing some camera operating. We were supposed to do that as a test today, but he was way too busy today, and that's actually the only reason I could do this live stream, because I didn't go practice fly with him. I'm going to go practice fly with him on Sunday after the whole Navy Pier thing. But I am excited because I really want to work. I want this to be a long-term friendship/relationship, business relationship, because I want to be in that industry. I want to be flying. I want to make videos, and what better way than to kind of go along with someone else and then learn the ways and just get better at it. That's really what I want to do. I don't care. I want my business to succeed, but I also want to fly drones. And if I have to fly drones for someone else because my business is not succeeding, I'm okay with that. But I would prefer my business succeed. And he knows this. I mean, the owner of the company knows this. We've had this long conversation. I basically told him I'd like to have some sort of mentor to, help me, show me the ropes of the different industries and this and that. And he's willing to do that. And he's willing to do that because I have some skills that he needs right now. And hopefully I prove to be very valuable to him and he keeps me around for a while. It's kind of the hopes. What else? Got any more questions? Brian, looks like you're the only one conversating. That's a word that doesn't exist in the dictionary, I don't think. Conversating? Yeah, pretty sure. So the channel, let's see, I talked about the channel. Now, another thing I did, if you guys saw the reasons we're not spying on you, I did have a t-shirt. Actually, it was like one night I thought of the t-shirt and then I thought of the video and it was all of that all at once and I got zero sleep. I threw the video together. I put a t-shirt up and you can see it at shop.spreadshirt.com. If you click the, over here, if you click one of those cards over there, it has that on there. And buy the t-shirt. You want to buy the t-shirt. That would help support this channel. We can spread the word, support the channel. That'd be wonderful because I would like this channel to, be a little bit of income. That'd be kind of nice. Doesn't need to make $1 million. I don't expect it to make $1 million. I think I made $20 this month. And Brian actually suggested on the next live stream, maybe we talk about how to get a drone channel going. It's really not that hard though, Brian. It'd be about a 2-minute conversation. It's really easy. You get a YouTube channel and you put drone videos up. Just make them relatively entertaining. That's what I hope I do. I hope I'm entertaining people. It's my goal. I hope this audio sounds good because I've adjusted it a little bit. I noticed that the last couple have been off. So I see people are coming and going in this conversation, which is fine. If you guys have any questions, please put them in the chat. If you have a special story about the new firmware update, so far I'm not hearing any real bad stories. I'm hearing maybe 1 or 2 offs that are like, oh, hey, I went to go fly here for a job and I couldn't because the new firmware wouldn't let me fly because I was in a restricted area, although I had access and permission and waivers to do so. You have some up? Okay, so Brian, I have some up on my personal channel. I was looking to make a different channel too. Okay, so you have like a vlog or whatever channel and you want to make your drone channel. See, and that's something I struggle with all the time because this channel is called Brad Simon Vlog and I want to just rename it to Brad's Drones. I really do, but I don't know if I can do that right now. I may have to wait till I get to a certain level of subscribers. I don't really know. But yeah, if you do a different channel, you are literally starting at 0 again. Now, if you're already at 0, I don't know I haven't looked at your channel, Brian, but if you already have almost no subscribers, now is the time to do it and focus on one channel. Now, currently, I have 2 channels. The other one is a travel channel that I've mentioned before. I have not put a video up on that in over a month. And because the direction it was going in was a good direction, but I don't travel enough and I can't put enough videos up there and I can't put quality up. Focus on one channel. I'm focusing on the drone channel and that's what I want, which is too bad because the other channel has 2,100 subscribers and it's growing too. And if I was doing a specific job, my old job of delivering motorhomes, that would probably be at 10,000 subscribers now, and it's not. But that's okay. I'm okay with that because this is a decision I made. And now we're not talking about the firmware update anymore, but that's okay. 13 subs, most personal stuff, free backup. Oh, okay. Yeah, Brian. So, dude, just make another channel. Just create Brian's Drones, whatever. Make a better name than that because don't do what I did. I need a better name. I would love to come up with a better name. I mean, I've got my Diamond Aerial business, but that's not a channel that I want to use as this. That's something that I only put up, stuff for demos and whatever. So yeah, I would say just go ahead and create a new channel that's all drone related and then make it nice, pretty, and all that good stuff. So now I guess I don't have to do that video next week, huh? That live stream. And there's plenty of people to watch in order to do stuff like that to help you out. I mean, you got Video Creators is a YouTube channel. Daryl Eves is another YouTube channel. Video Influencers is another good YouTube channel. All three of those are very good channels, and I follow all of them, and then also a few more to really get an idea on how to grow a YouTube channel. And, you know, a lot of that stuff works. You know, I'm doing a lot of it with this channel. I'd do more of it if I had the time. I'm just running out of time. And now we're not talking about drones anymore. Here, let's go watch some pretty footage. How's that sound? Here's some pretty footage. Go back over here. So there's the Chicago skyline. Yeah, this is, just keep in mind you're getting all of my flying. Oh, look, and now we're back at the beginning. I didn't know it was going to start back over again. Here, let's actually play that. Hey, you like that motorcycle driving by? Okay, so this is all unedited, just my flying and all that. Casey Neistat. Casey Neistat. You want to talk about him, huh? So Casey Neistat, let's talk about him. I think he's kind of a jerk. He does good content. There's no getting around that. I mean, what is it, 6 million people watch him or subscribe to him? You cannot argue numbers. I think he's got a lot of talent, but I think he's kind of a jerk. I've seen a couple of the videos. I mean, number one, he flies his drone wherever he wants. Number two, he uses boosted board wherever he wants. I saw him on one of his videos. He was riding his boosted board through LaGuardia Airport. Some lady says, hey, you shouldn't be riding that there. And he says, oh, yeah, okay. And he kept going. It's like, yeah. I still don't like his videos, Brian. I can't support a guy I don't like, although I still buy Samsung, and Samsung supports him. Lost LeBlanc. I will look up Lost LeBlanc. Is that any relation to Matt? Probably not. I will look up Lost LeBlanc. Oh, hey, we got a new subscriber. That's awful nice. So, we're at 20 minutes now. I would love to. I can still chat some more. We're not really talking about the firmware because, okay, that's what I figured, not related. We're not talking about the firmware anymore, but we can just chat about drones all you guys want. I like to talk about drones more than YouTube channels, Mr. Brian. Hey, Andrew. If you aren't flying over people, are there any regulations for flying in a downtown area if you aren't close to an airport? Andrew, that is one of the best questions, and the answer is it depends on your municipality. Chicago, you better get some permits. You better talk to the police, because the police are the ones that are going to be the ones coming after you, so you want to talk to them, get whatever permits you need. If you live in a small town, it might be just talking to the local police. That's usually what it is. Manhattan, forget it. You're going to need permits. You can fly in Manhattan, but you need a lot of permits and permission and all this other stuff. And you've had no problems with the DJI assistant either. Yeah, no. That's the thing is I thought that there was going to be a big backlash on all of this stuff, and everybody's going to be pretty much grounded because of whatever, and because the software was just going to make mistakes and be all screwed up. But apparently they rolled it out okay. You can tell DJI, hey, I've got a waiver and I can fly here. I'm allowed to fly here, but you have to tell them in advance, and that's just more paperwork that you have to do. Just more bureaucracy. And it's like, it's not enough that you have to deal with the federal government. And once you get your permission, then you got to say to your manufacturer of your drone, oh, hey, by the way, I do actually have permit. So why should I have to do that? Do I have to get extra permission to go drive on the road? No, I have to pay a toll maybe. So anyway, I hope that answered your question, Andrew, about flying in downtown areas. You definitely want to check with the local law enforcement, the local ordinances, because I know Chicago has different ordinances than even Evanston, which is the city first north of Chicago. And I don't fly downtown yet, but I will be flying in Navy Pier tomorrow with people who have the permission. I don't believe we're flying over crowds because that's I don't think he has a parachute or an emergency system. But again, I don't know, and I'm pretty sure everything's going to be just fine because he goes legit. In fact, this guy's as about as legit as you can get. He's very, very, very aware of the rules and laws, and he follows them, and he does all the permitting, and he gets everything he needs to get. So Brian asks, how about some low-flying tips? Well, my biggest tip is don't crash. Low flying tips. what I did notice, the Autel was different than the DJI. The Autel I could fly fast at a low, like 2 feet off the ground. The DJI has those little sensors that says, "Hey, I'm kind of close to the ground. I'm not going to fly so fast." So you actually have to turn your sensors off if you want to fly fast. But what you want to do is you want to be careful, because I have noticed, even with the sensors on with the DJI, it'll sometimes wander towards the ground a little bit. So you have to keep an eye on it. If you're flying low, I mean, I've done plenty of flying low. Just kind of go slow, be easy. If be prepared to crash if you're going fast. I mean, really, just got to be careful if you're going to go fast. I'm glad good, Andrew. I'm glad I got your answer. Oh, you got Birmingham, Alabama. Yeah. Andrew, you might want to follow Ken Heron, Heron. He's got a YouTube channel, 17,000 subscribers. Awesome videos. His video today that he posted today was done in Birmingham, Alabama. He's got a picture of the Saturn rocket at the rest area outside in Alabama. So anyway, Ken Heron, he flew over by the steel mill. Yeah, the steel mill works are over there. So yeah, that's at Birmingham. You just want to get with one thing I did, and I think this is what Brian belongs to, is we have a group called the Drone Flyers of Illinois, and there might be some groups on Facebook that you want to join that are drone groups for Alabama, drone groups for Birmingham, and with that, what you can do is you can network with that, and this is what I've been doing, and that's how I'm getting all of my new friends, and get your local groups together, and if there isn't one, create one. If you don't have a local group that you can't find that's a local drone group, create one and familiarize yourself with those laws, because one of the groups that we belong to, or I belong to, the RC Chicago group, they actually have in their notes the latest, most up-to-date rules of Chicago. And it tells us, so if you have any questions, like, if anybody says, "Oh, you are breaking the law because of blah, 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 blah," you can say, "Here's the law. Where's yours? Let me see where you point to the actual law." Good. I'm glad you're going to check that out, Andrew, because that helps out a ton. Those local groups that I belong to have introduced me. Well, they've introduced me to this person I'm flying with tomorrow. He actually started one of them. I forget which one he started. Actually, I know which one he started. But yeah, he started one of the groups, and I got in contact with him. He's, if you saw the "Where Is It" video, Ed, I met him through Drone Flyers of Illinois. If you see me fly with Jeffrey, he's the founder of the Drone Flyers of Illinois, and he'll be watching this video later because he's not in the house right now. He's out doing family stuff, which is probably good. So, any more questions? And Andrew, thanks for joining, by the way. I appreciate it, and thanks for participating. We like it. But Brian, did I go in depth enough for your low flying question? I don't do it a lot, but when I do it, I don't go very fast most of the time. And usually when I am going fast, I have my left thumb on the ascend joystick just in case. I never have it going down. Thank you very much, Andrew. Appreciate it. I'm glad you enjoy it. And make sure you watch next week when I do my giveaway. I'll tell you what, it's not a Mavic, it's not a Spark, it's not even, it's an accessory. It's an accessory for any drone. And I will mail it in the continental United States because, well, I'm a small channel and I don't have $1 million for budgets. I'm glad people enjoy the channel. I do what I can. So we're kind of, I think we're hitting near the end, unless you guys have some more questions. Brian, I do hope I answered your low-flying question. And Brian, I believe you're in the area. I can't remember what spot you're in. I think, are you the one that's in South Bend? Or are you out? You're not in the west. No, who was that in the west burbs? I forget. Anyway, I hope you guys can have a wonderful day. Are you guys? Hope you have a good weekend. There should be some good flying weather. Today was a good day to fly, and I've been stuck in the house. That kind of sucks. Didn't want to be stuck in the house. And then after this, I have 3 editing jobs to do, and 4 if you count me editing a vlog I recorded a week ago on Sunday that I haven't got, which the footage of the train is part of. Oh, okay, guys. Well, I'm going to wrap it up. It's been a wonderful chat with you. It's been about a half an hour, so I think that's a good thing. So anyway, I want to go over here to my little end screen that I put up just for you guys. So if you want to, oh, it's spreadshirt.com. Look at that, I screwed that up. I have to fix that real quick. Is that in the right spot? Nope. Dot. There we go. So that's where you can go get those reasons we're not spying on you t-shirts, is the shop.spreadshirt.com. Brad's drone stuff. Follow me on Facebook. Don't forget to like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed to the channel. And I believe I'll have at least a couple videos next week. I'm hoping to do, my goal is 4 every week, but it's been a tough one because, well, I've been busy. And I hope you enjoyed these nice little video footage that I got. This is from way up north. A guy told me about going up there, and I flew up there, and it was, as you can tell, it was a beautiful day. So until next time, everybody, fly safe, and bye!